Hey guys, it's Wednesday, which, if you are a regular viewer, you know that this is not my day, but I've inherited it from the Wednesday gods. This week's topic is really horrible fan fictions, and I did a ton of research for this, and I could not find one that bested Mario's. So, you guys, oh my gosh. I don't even think mine is that great, but it's still like the idea of it more than the actual writing is horrific. And I know you're going to wring my neck once you see this, but I've never seen any of the movies and I've never read any of the books. But it just sounds horrible. Like, men can't get pregnant. Oh, so terrible. Okay, and Robbie's, whether you wanted it to be emotionally scarring or not, it was very obviously emotionally scarring to me. Winnie the Pooh does not chop up Christopher Robin and stick him under a rug. I'm just gonna say that. So without further ado, my fan fiction is called Something to Talk About, comma, a Glee fan fiction. And I'll leave the link in the description, but you probably don't want to read it. It's really bad. Dave had always been uncomfortable changing in the locker room with the other guys. He blamed Finn Hudson, who had made fun of him for getting hair down there after gym in elementary. Effer had made him paranoid about the other dudes trying to look at him. Dave was always very careful to keep his eyes on himself when they were changing or in the showers altogether. He wasn't a perv like effing Hudson trying to look at other dudes' package. When he'd finally twigged to the fact that he was just as paranoid as looking as he was about being looked at, Dave had started avoiding the locker room as much as possible. He went to the home to shower, after football practice, and after their games. Most of the other guys worked out together before school, but Dave had claimed he just couldn't get up that early, so he did his weightlifting after school was out. There had been one or two dudes that were willing to come in and spot him before, but after he started dating Sam, he could tell it weirded them out to be alone with him. He tried switching to the morning workouts for a while, but he and Sam both started getting the side-eye from other guys, like they thought maybe they'd throw their weights down and start having a homo fest right there on the floor. The showers were the worst. Sam always ended up beside him, 'cause everyone else sort of gravitated away. Once Strando had noticed he was standing between them, and it freaked him out so bad he didn't even try being subtle about it. He managed a squeaking sound and darted to the other side of the room. Dave thought it was about the stupidest thing he had ever seen. Was the fat little F afraid they were going to overcome by their uncontrollable man-love urges, and he'd get caught in the middle? It took less than 2 weeks of that BS and convinced Sam to start staying after school so they could work out together. Seemed to make everyone more comfortable. The other guys could go back to pretending they weren't peeking at each other's junk, and he and Sam could work out in peace. They didn't have to peek, Dave thought proudly. He could take Sam home and look all he wanted. As they finished their last set of reps for the afternoon and headed to the showers, Dave took a look around and wondered what the other guys were so worried about anyways. Who the hell would think it was sexy to get it on in the raunchy effing locker room? The place stank, and there was probably 5 different kinds of athletes floating around in there. There was no way he'd wanna. Dave gasped in surprise when he felt the hand snaking down the back of his sweatpants. Jesus, Sam, what the F are you doing? Making sure you didn't pull a muscle. Sam's voice was unsure, but his fingers weren't. He had the tip of one probing gently into Dave's hole, and Dave could feel his... Okay, I'm stopping there. It's horrible, and it's not even plausible, guys. This is like the worst Glee fan fiction ever. And the worst part about it is it's not the only one out there. I found at least 2 other Dave Sarkovsky and Sam fanfics on this website. It's, oh my god, it just makes me want to punch a wall. Sam, okay, these people were real, true Glee fans. They would know that Sam and Mercedes are together, sort of, I don't know, at the end of season 2. And, I don't know, I'm just sort of like, like, don't get me wrong, I am all for expressing your love to whoever you want, but Dave Sarkovsky would never open up. 1. 2. Demonstrate. 3. It's just so awkward. It's like, because like you know the characters so well, and you just know what they would do and what they wouldn't, and this is just something they wouldn't do. So, anyways, I'm sorry I look like trash. I'm sorry my bangs are all effed up. They did what they wanted this morning before I went to work, and I didn't have time to fix them. So this is because I was at work today, and it sucked dick. So yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys next Wednesday. I'm liking this Wednesday thing. I actually have people to talk to in like a midweek like conversation with the people before me. So this is pretty cool. I like this. Who I don't yet know, but I'm excited to know because it comes after me.